an odor judge whose job is to sniff and dissect different odors. A roadkill remover who has to peel off the remains of dead creatures in decay on the roads. A mosquito researcher who has to subject himself to getting bitten by mosquitoes for the sake of science. These are some of the worst jobs in the world as compiled by a popular blog on oddities, od.com. Following a study by Job Central on work happiness here, where public relations was ranked as the unhappiest profession, we decided to come up with our own RazorTV list of the top 3 best and worst jobs in Singapore. We start our list of worst jobs with a job where, according to practitioners in this job, you can die and feel like the loneliest person in the world. It's a profession where your job is to make others laugh if you can. The stand-up comic.
Everyone who's into stand-up comedy, they have nights when, what we call when you die on stage, which is you're just met with this silence, and this silence is deafening, and it is the worst silence that any comic will ever hear. But it happens to the best of the comics, it happens to the worst of them, it happens to everyone. When you die on stage, you tend to feel miserable, you feel very lonely, actually, because it's just you holding a mic. And there might be 100 people, there might be 50 people, there might be 20, it might be 200, it doesn't matter. But it is the loneliest time for you in your life. You think that this is just the lowest point ever. And you just want to crawl into a little hole and just sort of kill yourself or something.
Uma is the host of Comedy Masala, a weekly stand-up comedy open mic night that happens at Home Club every Tuesday. For new comedians, facing the audience and trying to make them laugh is not the only intimidating part of the job.
It's actually very challenging, very difficult, because you need to keep your material fresh, you need to keep your material current, you need to come up with new jokes, you can't let it get stale. There's only so much you can repeat it to the same crowd, and you're constantly thinking about what's funny and will this joke work, or what's the punchline, and how do you structure the actual joke. Sometimes it may be funny to you, but not to 200 people when you're on stage.
So maybe it's true what they say, all clowns are secretly miserable. Number 2 on our list is a profession at a place notoriously known for sticky seats and old men with umbrellas. The cleaner at Yangtze Theatre. Yangtze Theatre is known for screening R21 films, and let's just say, the bulk of the audience are not the arty-farty types. So it's bad enough that your job involves cleaning up after the mess people make, but when the mess is more than just popcorn and paper cups, you can understand why this job comes in at number 2. Which brings us to our number 1 worst job in Singapore. It's a profession where your job is to look like you're not having a good time, where you have to deal with fights and unruly drunks. A bouncer. Vicky Lee has been working as a security officer at Zouk for 6 years and describes an encounter with a drunk clubber that left her with 14 stitches.
Last time I stayed at the Zouk near toilet side. The Amor taking out the t-shirt. I go approach him. I said, "Sir, please wear back your t-shirt." He not happy. He point like that, like fighting. Right? So my colleague come, the guy on, near security officer come to me, say, "Never mind." He go approach. When my colleague talk to him nicely, he go push him. Then I go down. I call my superior come out. My superior want to talk to him. They start. Then after that, same lah. We try to stop. After that, the staircase, right, my colleague cannot kick down already. So I want to pull the guy down. Yeah. The guy, I think, take the candle bowl or X-ray hit my head. So 14 stitches.
No wonder bouncers never smile. But what do Singaporeans feel are the worst jobs here in Singapore?
I thought immigration would be quite an unhappy job. Immigration officer.
Why?
Because you see a lot of different kind of people from different nationality, and they give you different kind of crabs.
I think hospitality is pretty hard. I've done it. Hours are long, and you get all sorts of people to deal with, and sometimes they're really mean and they're really rude, but you just have to suck it up.
Engineers, because their jobs are quite boring and mundane, and they do the same thing almost every day.
Office work. Yeah, clerical. I don't know. I'm not the kind who will be able to crunch numbers, their computer. I don't know, a rubbish collector. I don't know, have to touch rubbish every day.
Cleaner. I don't know, it's like you're cleaning when other people are walking and all, you'll be frustrated cleaning the place.
Superstar, like celebrities. Yeah. I feel like they're under a lot of pressure all the time, and then like everyone scrutinizes their life. Yeah.
In the next clip, something more uplifting. The happiest jobs in Singapore.